Hello and welcome to this lesson on alcohol. What we're going to talk about is alcohol in its relation to caffeine, blood sugar, sleep, and calories, and how it can lead to weight gain. So, do you know how many calories are in alcohol? So, if you look, do you know how many calories are in protein, carbohydrates, fats, and alcohol? So, protein contains 4 calories per gram, carbohydrates contains 4 calories per gram, fat contains 9 calories per gram, and alcohol contains a whopping 7 calories per gram. So just take, for example, a pint of beer would have 150 calories. A pint of Guinness would have 210 calories. Red wine, 125 calories for 5 ounce, and white wine's 116 calories per 5 ounce. And then you got to look at vodka. Vodka, it's a spirit, so you mix it with something. So the shot alone has 64 calories, but what do you mix it with? The thing about alcohol is it's high in calories, and you can consume it very easily without thinking about it, but it can also change how your behavior for the rest of the evening and for the morning ahead. So if you were to go out on a night out and then you end up getting greasy food on the way home, you wake up in the morning and you still feel like shit, you tend to kind of go for the comfort foods, and they're generally higher in calories. So again, you're adding more calories to your consumption. So just take into consideration that if you have an extra 10 pounds of fat on your body, that could be 35,000 calories. So 1 pound of fat contains 3,500 calories. So if you take a glass of wine, it's 125 calories per glass. But if you're to have an excess of 1 glass of wine every night, so you've hit your calorie limit for the day, and you go and you have an extra glass of wine at night time, and you had that, say, for 4 weeks straight in a row, that's going to equal an extra pound of fat at the end of the month if you're over your ideal calorie consumption for that day. So just bear that in mind, that 1 extra glass could be where all your problems are stemming from. Not only because of the calories, but the lifestyle impact that it has on what you eat when you're drinking and how you feel the next day and the food choices you make the next day. So we're going to talk about the alcohol caffeine roller coaster. So a lot of people I find in practice, they use coffee to wake them up, and they find that they use alcohol to put themselves to sleep. So they wake up in the morning, they're feeling tired from the day before, they don't feel refreshed. They woke up, they just don't feel good. They haven't gotten enough sleep, and the first thing they want to do is start their day with a coffee, because they want that coffee to power them through the day. So nail that coffee, feel somewhat better, but then this coffee is going to suppress their appetite, and they're not going to eat as much as they should or would. And then caffeine can have an effect on your bowels. So sometimes when you have coffee, it's like hitting the emergency exit and your bowels just want to empty. So not only would you be suppressing your appetite from drinking the coffee, but you can also hasten the speed of the removal of your first bowel movement, which could mean that you're not absorbing the nutrients that was in the food that you've eaten because you've just let it through the system. So you didn't eat because you weren't feeling hungry, which is going to lead to less calories and energy being consumed in the body. So your energy levels might be low because you haven't had enough food to power you. So you're feeling like shit. You're feeling tired. Then the first bowel movement came too early and it removed nutrients from the body that the body could have been using to power you through the rest of the day. Then people tend to either grab another coffee, keep working, then after a crappy lunch, and what I mean by crappy lunch is low in protein and high in refined carbohydrates, and then they may have another coffee after that. Then when they finish work, they've collected their kids, they've tidied up, they've cooked dinner, and they've tried not to rip their partners or kids' heads off, they decide to have a glass of wine to help them relax, and then possibly another glass. Then after that, they have another glass to help them try and sleep. This is the roller coaster, because that wine or beer that they're having at night time is going to affect how they're sleeping, and then they're going to wake up cranky, tired, unrefreshed, and then they reach for the coffee again. Use coffee to power their way through the day, and then to try and relax, get over the stress of work, they tend to drink alcohol. So it's just a vicious cycle. One leads into the other. So blood sugar. So blood sugar can be affected because the lack of food, because you're not eating a good breakfast, you're not eating a good lunch. It could be the presence of stimulants because you're drinking coffee to get you through the day. And then your blood sugars are going to be bouncing around. And then also the presence of stress is going to have an effect on your blood sugar, on just your stimulant, everything, how you're dealing with everything. So what's going to happen is you're going to tire out, it's going to bring your mood down, and you're just stuck on that roller coaster. You can't get off. You just need to power your way through the day and then relax. Power your way through the day and relax. So then when it comes to sleeping, alcohol can help put you to sleep. So it kind of relaxes you, you feel relaxed, but it's also a downer, so you might feel more depressed. But it also reduces the quality of sleep you're getting because it affects your blood sugar. So if you find it all, you go to sleep and you are waking up between 2 and 4 a.m. in the morning and struggling to get back to sleep, this is because your blood sugar levels are bouncing around. Alcohol will also blunt your recovery from training. So all the hard work that you're doing at the gym, you make sure you're hitting the gym 2, 3, 4 times a week, you're training hard, but if you're not sleeping properly, you're not going to recover from the training that you've been doing in the gym. So all your efforts are going to be in vain. So sleep is really important for body composition goals, for recovery, for human functioning. So if you're drinking alcohol before bedtime in excess, your blood sugar level is put off, your sleep's going to be affected, recovery's going to be affected, how you feel in the morning is going to be affected, and grabbing that cup of coffee is going to be your go-to. So just try and create habits that don't involve coffee. Like break the habit, change your routine, mix it up. Try not to drink from Monday to Thursday. If you need to, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, fine. But just don't let yourself be in a situation where it's a Tuesday and you're having a bottle of wine because you had a rough day. Try and break that habit. So just think of different ways of unwinding, like run yourself a bath, find a yoga video to do on YouTube, call a friend, have a chat, go for a walk, like find a class you want to go to, exercise, something. Just change your environment so that habit doesn't creep in. And protein is very important when it comes to alcohol. So if you still need that glass of wine in the evening, don't let it be the last thing that you consume. So if you've eaten your dinner, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock you have a glass of wine, 8 o'clock you have another glass of wine, that alcohol and sugar is going to play havoc with your blood sugar levels. So what you need to do, the last thing you consume before you go to bed should be high in protein. And this is going to help to blunt the effect of sugar balance. So it's going to try and control your blood sugar levels. So if you're having a glass of wine at 8 p.m., just make sure you're having some protein with it or after it, as this is going to help you to sleep throughout the night. You're going to wake up more refreshed and you're not going to need to rely on coffee as much to power your way through the day. Okay, I hope you got something out of this, and if you have any questions, please let me know. Send me an email and look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.